All right, let's go. Let's go more since, a lot of you all really trust a lot of the people that are telling you about the DNA test. Let's go in. Let's keep going in on this. Pan Africanists love to challenge they call people pretendians. They love to challenge the pretendians about the DNA test when really you're a pretend African. You're a pretend African. You're a Afropean. Because Pan Africanism is from Europe. You're an Afropean. Pretendians. This is what the Pan Africanists and the Red, Black, Green call people that know who they are. Like they're pretending. When we're pointing out who the real pretenders are. Here we go. Let's go, niggas.
Thing like this. Now, this is just a tiny bit of information now.
But they take it as huge.
Right, because it's cracking open the door that was closed.
Tiny bit of information.
For centuries.
See the red, black, green flag behind
you could say that I'm from a tribe. I am thrilled. It puts a name, a place, a location, a people. It opens up such possibilities.
But the problem is, Sierra Leone wasn't the only answer Vi got. A company called Relative Genetics found a match to a single person in the Wobi tribe in the Ivory Coast.
Different? Now, I got all excited about that, and this is different. Now, how could that happen?
Then a third company, Trace Genetics. Your particular sequence matches sequences reported among multiple Mendenka individuals in Senegal.
What's up with that?
And Family Tree DNA, the company that linked Vi with Marion in the first place, came up with a whole list of matches. This goes on and on.
Oh my goodness.
So what do we know about Vi's ancestry? The DNA does indicate that she has distant relatives in the Mende tribe, but she also has relatives in all those other tribes. So no one can say for sure where Vi's maternal ancestor actually came from.
Cleveland.
When I handed Vi the certificate,
Vi from
she was
Ohio.
extremely emotional about it. She wept, and it meant so very much.
People want to believe.
They want to believe they've gotten an answer.
And it's not fair of us to let them believe that we're giving them certain answers because scientifically, we just can't.
You just
Ted
can't.
really is concerned that the science isn't...
Whoa.
Today's forecast, dark and cloudy, and chance of drive-by.
You want to go?
Yo, I suggest you move back.
Then Nick, fire off.
Uh-oh. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do, Mr. Floor Manager? Go get him, Tiger.
This shit just got rigged.
Well, what you gonna do, bitch?
I'm gonna tell you what.
Message!
Niggas. This is to you disrespectful people that like to, first of all, you get challenged on public platforms on social media and you lose because you don't have the information. So you lose the public conversation or discussion, and then you take it upon yourself because you're so triggered. Because what is Pan Africanism? Let's go back to Pan, that spirit that represents a goat. It's an entity that moves off of fear. It's a deity, an entity inside you that's been placed in there by everything you've read and accepted and trust. You're under the influence of a damn entity. Then you take it upon yourself because you're triggered. Then you go on people's personal profiles, scroll through pictures to comment on pictures that you don't like.
You've been warned, all right? Let's move forward amicably.
Okay, well, check this out, though. First of all, you throwing too many big words at me. Okay, now, because I don't understand them, I'm going to take them as disrespect. Watch your mouth.
And make comments. You're so disrespectful. The same brother that we're gonna hit that video later on, the brother in Europe that was getting inundated by Pan Africanists telling him that he's from Africa, knowing that he's telling you he's from Europe and his family's always been there and they're from there, and has all the documentation and he has all the information. The brother sounds like he studied Pan Africanism more than up and down and left and right than any of you I've ever ran into, and is going to tell you about the history of a lot of the places that you all saying that you're from. This brother snapped. Because once again, you're so disrespectful. Anyone you disagree with, you feel like you really got to go at them. You can never do a logical debate. What did they just tell you in here? They can't give it to you because it's impossible. This is an old interview. I tried to find one of the oldest ones, you know, when it first started, done on 60 Minutes years ago. Let's continue.
Really there yet for you
See
to
the red, black, and green flag behind
the
him?
name of a tribe.
Hold on. You see the red, black, and green flag behind him? Over his right shoulder from Marcus Garvey. That's not an African flag. Marcus Garvey invented that flag. It's from Garvey. It's not representing anyone from an African tribe in Africa. None of them. It was a creation by Garvey. In 1919, right around there. 1919, that's as old as you niggas are? Is 1919?
For most companies, I would be concerned too.
But what about your own company?
We have
He
the
didn't
largest,
exclude you. He included you.
but we have the largest set of sequences from Africa. And so,
Now, we have the largest set of sequences from Africa, and you seen how his eyes moved from her and went down to the left. This nigga's lying to you. He knows he's lying. He got caught. He got caught. This is a brother. You all, Pan Africanist, uniting all black people are from Africa. And this is an example of someone who probably knows the history, his real history and heritage. And probably a lot of you that sending the information in, he probably knows about your estates in the Americas and the Caribbean and other places in South America and Brazil. He probably knows who you are really. But he's making money off of your ignorance. These people are making money off of your ignorance, and they keep you in a state. They keep you in a certain mind state. I wouldn't doubt if he's connected to the Borgias. Probably connected to the W.E.B. Du Bois and the Henry Sylvester Williams and all these other people that are really from Europe. He's probably connected to that bloodline. They're keeping you ignorant. All you got to do is rewind the video and watch how his eyes went down and to the left, away from her face when she said that. He got caught. And then just study body language and how the body responds and things like that. Deception. Read books on deception. Let's continue.
that with that, we're able to provide some level of probability in terms of frequency.
Probability.
He would say that even though you have the largest database, it's still small on the scope of things.
As I said,
The brother has the largest database. The brother. Well, maybe he's not my brother. He ain't my brother, but I'm just saying. Let's go.
share those concerns.
About yourself.
Look at him, down to the left again.
And that's the rub. This business of genetic genealogy
Business.
is fraught with limitations. For one thing, it can only provide information about a tiny fraction of our ancestry.
About a tiny fraction of your ancestry. Once again, that still has to be confirmed by family records for it to be true. I have relatives who's found other relatives, so I know it has some reliability to it. I'm not saying it's completely false, but it has to be used the correct way. Let's go.
Because we get half our DNA from our mothers and half from our fathers, almost all of our DNA gets shuffled and remixed every generation, making it impossible to trace what comes from whom. There are just 2 bits of DNA that remain pure. The Y chromosome, which passes directly from father to son, and something called mitochondrial DNA, which passes unchanged from mother to child. Hank Greeley,
Mitochondria DNA. So sisters that's out there, all you sisters that's out there that are engaged in the interracial scene, you swirling sisters, your mitochondria is under attack. That is why Hollywood and a lot of the corporations are advertising interracial dating one way. And today that is primarily the advertising and promotion and marketing of the melanated woman with a white male. It's the reason they're pushing that. It didn't work the other way around because the consciousness is still passed from the male side to the child. That's why today, if you ever notice, if you know any people that's biracial, this is no slap to hit on anybody, it's just facts. If the father is melanated and that child is biracial, there's going to be a lot more consciousness in the child as to how things are working in the world. They're more conscious. The other way, they're not. That child, 95%, if the father's white, is going to marry white. The other way around, it's more or less like the percentages are pretty much 50-50. But if the mother is melanated and the father is white, that child's going to marry white 90% of the time, 95% of the time. Think about that. Let's go.
Professor at Stanford University has studied this new field. He worries that people don't realize just how many ancestors they actually have.
8 generations ago, both you and I had 256 great-great-great-great-great-great-grandparents.
Wait, you're saying that if you go...
That's a lie. That doesn't apply to these people. That's incorrect. Now, I can say that as a general statement. I would still need to know her bloodline, and I would still need to see her grandfather, great-grandfather, and where they were from. But most of these people, that's a lie. That's a lie. They don't go back that far. Let's go.
8 generations, we have 256 great-great-great-grandparents?
Yes, it doubles every generation. So you've got 2 parents, you have 4 grandparents, you have 8 great-grandparents, 16 great-great-grandparents, and it adds up fast. It adds up so fast, in fact, that if you go back 20 generations, you've got over 1 million grandparents.
1,048,576 to be exact. And in each generation, DNA testing can provide information about only 2 of them.
So you could be Peruvian on your mother's side, Japanese on your father's side, Swedish on everything else.
And you'll never know.
And you'll never know the Swede.
That's the confusion they're hitting you with. That's why they just did that. That's the confusion they're throwing in. This is to throw everybody off. It's a trick. Some people don't go back that far. Some people come out of a goddamn laboratory in the late 1800s, early 1900s. If you don't believe me, look up what's called incubator babies. Incubator babies of the 1900s. Excuse me, late 1800s. Look up the World's Fairs. Some people do not go back that far. That's a trick to make them look like they've been around a lot longer than they have. Okay? I'm not talking about all people that look like that, but I'm talking about some. Some people that look like that actually have your blood. Some of them don't. Let's continue.
From the Y chromosome or the mitochondrial DNA.
Now, you've looked at several of these companies that are doing this test.
Yes.
Do you think that they explain what you just explained to us?
No, I don't think any of them does as good a job of pointing out the limitations.
Limits.
But, businesses often don't go around telling you how weak their product is.
There you go.
We don't
Now, see how they went right back to the brother? Businesses don't go around telling you how weak their product is. The shit is weak. It's weak. And you niggas that keep trying to say, yo, go do that DNA test and you gonna see you from Africa. You're weak. The logic is even weak. Think.
I mean, we just say, look, we provide a service. If you're interested in exploring a tiny bit of your DNA.
Hold on. He said we provide a service. We provide a service. He didn't say we provide the truth. We provide a service. Shit, when I go get my hair cut, I'm getting a service. Some barbers are better than others. Paying for a service. He just told you he provides a service. We're not giving you the truth. We're giving you a service. You paying for something and we giving you something.
Its ancestry. We can do that.
When you say it's a tiny little amount,
it's less than.
We can do that because it's legal. We can do that. His eyes again. He dropped his fucking head again. That's your boy.
1%.
And that's pretty teeny.
Yeah, but for people who know nothing about any of them, I think it's very important.
How accurate are DNA companies? I'm still not done with you niggas. I'm gonna give you some more on DNA till y'all understand. You just saw what he said. You saw what they covered. You seen the clip before where they went to Harvard and laid it all out for you. How many times? Why do y'all keep talking about this? The brother just told you we providing a service. We're not giving you a truth. We providing a service. Let's go some more on DNA. Listen, we're going to end this shit. This video series is going to end it. Either you back off or you sit your asses down so we can have a dialogue, a debate to get back to the truth so we can move forward if we're a people or not. Because some of y'all are proving that you're not the same as we are, that we're not a people. Because y'all trusting in bullshit. And then trying to attack people that have done the work, that think logically. It's either one or two. We have to eradicate this whole ideology. Show you where it comes from. Show you what it is so we can move forward. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth. Let's hear from Henry Louis Gates. They call him Dr. Gates. You know, the brother who had the conversation with Barack Obama. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth about DNA. Let's go.
Geneticist named Dr. Rick Kittles, who at the time was teaching at Howard University.
Rick Kittles
sent me a letter. He's now at the University of Chicago Medical School. And he said that he was asking various African-American men if they would submit themselves to this new test. And through this test, he could trace on your mother's line where in Africa you were from.
In Africa.
Man, that was some serious stuff. And
all black people, he just said, all black people are from Africa. African Americans, he can trace it. Because you all from Africa.
Yeah, I mean, I called him right away and I said, definitely. How badly do I want to know where I'm from in Africa? But I really wanted to know. I'd wanted to know since I was 9 years old. So, you know, let's go for it. I said, Rick, what's up, man? Where am I from in Africa? Where are my people? You know, I want to jump on a plane and go. I thought I'd buy some land, you know, get a fine little African sister, you know, to hook up. I was single at the time, don't get me wrong. I'm still single. So he said, well, we had to run, your results were anomalous. And we had to run them many times. But we finally have figured out where you're from. You are descended on your mother's side from the Nubian people. Now, all African Americans, not all African Americans, but many African Americans want to be descended from one or two ethnic groups. Either the Zulu, because the Chaka Zulu and the Zulu kicked the English in the behind in the Boer Wars, right? Until they finally were overcome. But you want to be Zulu, or you want to be Nubian. Who were the Nubians? The Nubians were the black pharaohs. And so a Nubian, and all these people wanted to be Nubians, descended from the black pharaohs. So I called Malefi first thing. I said, Malefi, I just got my results back. I am a Nubian. Where are you from? I am the true African prince. My friend Anthony Appiah, whose uncle was the Asantehene, the king of the Asante people. When Rick Kittle sent me a certificate announcing I was Nubian, Anthony Appiah looked at it and said, what a ton of rubbish. Now, why would he say that? Well, there's a slight problem with being either Zulu or Nubian if you're African American. You know what the problem is? None of our ancestors who came here in slavery came from South Africa, the Zulu people, or from Nubia. None, zero. There's a slight problem with being either Zulu or Nubian if you're African American. You know what the problem is? None of our ancestors who came here in slavery came from South Africa, the Zulu people, or from Nubia. None, zero. When Oprah was finally in the first series, and we gave her a DNA test, basically the next day she went to South Africa to announce that she was opening what became the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy. She was in an auditorium like
Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy was investigated for trafficking young girls to different places in Europe. Yep, it sure was. Under your boy Donald Trump, started in 2017. Still continuing today, I believe. I think they're still doing some investigation of some of our schools. Some of them they wanted them to shut her down. They wanted to shut some of them down. The African people there wanted those schools shut down. And then most of the girls were being raised as lesbians. I hope y'all know that.
Message!
All girls school. A lot of LGBTQ people were put in place to teach these young girls. Let's go.
25,000 people or something, and she announced that she just had the test and that she was Zulu. So it broke on CNN. I was sitting in my living room minding my own business and said, Oprah Winfrey's a Zulu. So I called Rick Kittles, and I said, Rick, did you tell Oprah she was a Zulu?
She from Baltimore.
He goes, no, man, she made that up herself.
She made it up herself.
It's a true story. It's a true story. I would lie to make you laugh, but I'm telling you a true story.
I would lie to make you laugh.
I said, Rick, are you in your lab? He said, yeah. I said, is anybody there? He said, no. I said, when the results come in, make her a Zulu, man.
Make her a Zulu.
I said, you back there making it up anyway.
Making it up.
Nobody
anyway.
believe you can take some spit and figure out a tribe? What are you, crazy?
Is DNA tests for ethnicity.
All right, so let's stop right there. Now what I want to tell you is this. This is now we're going to get serious, okay? We're going to get real serious to those of you who are looking for information and really want to know what's going on. So, I'm going to show you something in the next clip on Henry Louis Gates. People that have the information and they want to continue to not give you the information to keep you in a state of mind, every now and then they will come out and tell you the truth. And they will laugh at you. It's called mockery. But what it really is they'll tell you the truth so no karma comes their way for not giving you the truth. Because they told you. So it's up to you to grasp it and to wake up. This is out of respect for some of those who have eyes to see and ears to hear.
Message!
I comprehend exactly why they continue to lie to you to your face. And then they'll tell you the truth. And then when somebody comes around like me or many of the people out there speaking the truth to you that don't want to lie to you, that just want to tell you the truth, you motherfuckers attack us. When he just told you, you're making shit up anyway. This is from the horse's mouth. Isn't this the man that everybody go to find out they African ancestry? No people like this go to him to find out their European ancestry. Everybody goes to him to find out their African ancestry. That's one of the ones that want to keep you African. To keep you from claiming your states here in America. To keep you from comprehending what's nationality, so then you'll really have protection under international law everywhere. You'll get your land back. You'll get your rights back. But everybody has to do it. It can't just be a handful of people. Let's continue on Henry Gates, and I'm going to show you something in the next clip on Henry Gates.
Entertainment value only. Entertainment value only.
Entertainment.
He ain't lying.
Entertainment value only.
This is the man, William Gilland, that he told you about, associate biology professor at DePaul University. So Pan Africanist, you're getting your information from him. He's just a messenger, but it's coming from this cat who just said entertainment value only. This is the dude he was trusted. This is supposed to be the biggest DNA cat in America on African ancestry, connecting you to the motherland. Where's the fatherland at? But he's the biggest cat. He's relying on his information and just said you making this shit up. He told you you're making it up anyway. Let's go.
William Gilliland is a biology professor at DePaul. He says DNA kits can be great for connecting family members and finding relatives.
See?
But the science for ethnicity...
See that? It's great for connecting family and finding relatives. Period, nigga. You heard it from the horse's mouth. Let's go.
testing isn't as concrete.
There's nothing that confident for ethnicity. There's no...
Let's go back so you hear it. There's nothing that confident for ethnicity, so they can't tell you where you're from, Dumbo, Bozo, Afropean. I'm going to call y'all names now. Let's go.
Testing isn't as concrete.
There's nothing that confident for ethnicity. There's no diagnostic nucleotide. You can say this person is from Europe, this person's from Africa.
It's not fair of us to let them believe that we're giving them certain answers because scientifically, we just can't.
Look at his eyes.
Greeley.
Got you, nigga. See how he shifted in his seat? Did you see how he shifted in his goddamn? We caught you. We caught your ass. We are going to eradicate this. We're going to eradicate it. Y'all started something you never should have put your... Wait a minute. No, you put your foot in the right goddamn sandbox this time. You all don't know who people are on social media. You don't know the work they've done. You don't. And you're quick to start something because you done studied this type of history from him. Black history. And I've read all of Sheikh Anta Diop's books. And I know everything about Garvey. And I know everything about Kwame Ture. And they've stood for our people. And therefore all of us. You niggas don't know half of the shit you think you know, and you don't know there's a bunch of us out there that ain't been telling you until the time is right, because we knew we would have shook your goddamn world up. But since you want to do this, let's do this.
That the science isn't really there yet for you to be giving them the name of a tribe.
I think for
see
most
his eyes?
companies, I would be concerned too.
But what about your own company?
We have
He
the
didn't
largest...
exclude you. He included you.
But you got caught.
Have the largest set of sequences.
There you go again, moving his head around. Look her right in the face, man.
And so with that, we're able to provide some level of probability in terms of frequency.
But he would say that even though you have the largest database, it's still small on the scope of things.
As I said, I share those concerns.
About yourself.
About yourself. About yourself. You all, and the thing is once again, Pan Africanists and RG people. I started to say RGQPT. RGQPT, elemental G. Once again, you all have a lot of issues with, you make it seem like you're just so for blacks uniting and the white man is the problem. But this white lady is confronting him about information that he was getting from people like him. And then, of course, there was another white man behind it, that the RGBTQ people or the Pan Africanists would say that that's the enemy. But y'all trusting in everything they telling you. Do you see how just illogical the whole thing is? Let's go.
Our DNA.
And that's the rub. This business of genetic genealogy is fraught with limitations. For one thing, it can only provide information about a tiny fraction of our ancestry.
Tiny fraction?
Because we get half our DNA.
Right. So we went through all that before in another video. How much more do we need to give you all on this? You just heard it from the horse's motherfucking mouth. People out there take this information when it goes up and make it go viral. It's not for me. I don't give a fuck. You ain't got to mention where you got it from. Just get it out. And every time some Pan-Africanist jumps in your face and tries to talk tough, just put the information out. These are the people that's holding back the whole progress of a real nation of people from getting their estates back that was taken. And it's coming from people that look like him. But he just kind of told you the truth a little bit, right? They playing games with y'all. Enough is enough. Let's go. We're going to come back with some more information on DNA. I'm going to come back with a clip on Henry Louis Gates in just a second.